Hello there, welcome to Heart Explained Therapy, and I want to try and explain something that I've seen around now, and it seems to get sort of more popular with the society at the moment, that there's lots of videos about alpha males and alpha females and how really you should be trying to attain this superior sort of illusion, if you like, this sort of I suppose title amongst your work colleagues, friends, society. And I just want to tell you the good and the bad and a bit of science behind it, because it's not something that's just it has been manufactured to sell as some sort of clever tool to use, but the psychology of it dates back to an evolutionary process that we actually needed. We haven't really changed too much from that evolutionary process. The environment has changed. It's not. It's survival in business now, and it's survival in relationships, and it's survival with mental health more than what it used to be. But the alpha male and alpha female used to go back to a hierarchy system when we were just cave people, and it made sense that someone, usually the fittest, the fastest, the strongest, had to lead certain people, the community, the tribe, if you like. Now, if this system was only set up for the alpha male and the alpha female, they would live in happiness, have lots of food, and bear lots of children, but the whole tribe would basically just feed off the scraps of the bones that are left and would probably all die off, and you'd only have a superior minority. So the system had to somehow get some sort of balance back in the day for big tribes and big communities. Scrawny, artistic, creative people would have to have a decent amount of food to survive, and the alpha male and alpha female was still there, existing in the community. You had this sort of hierarchy in the tribes. However, it was more a sense of, we also need that community. The alpha male and the alpha female has to sleep, and they need the scrawny, creative people to wake them up if there was danger. So what we realise is that there's a system that has basically evolved out of our need, or the alpha male and alpha female's need to survive. And like I say, today it's still based on what it was then. It's sort of like serotonin. That's what we crave as a human being. We craved it thousands of years ago. We still crave it today. We get it in sort of mini hits now on the phone, and likes and followers, and someone believing that you're successful, even you manufacturing the belief that you're successful. And this is why you message and write down certain arguments on social media platforms, because you believe you're this superior god, when really you haven't got a lot on your CV, if you like. You haven't got really the education to back up this unconscious behaviour, but it's just primal, it's instinctive. Now, the problem arises when the alpha male and the alpha female start to say things that, where you judge other people for not being like that, and you want to actually have the alpha dominance for control reasons, and you're not willing to feed the other people in your group. Now, this is where it gets very dangerous, because you've got to build up your own morals and values on what's right if you're going to adopt and try and be this alpha. Trying to be the alpha isn't a problem. It will get you more confidence. It will basically get the stuff that you want from the external world. So it's psychologically, it's not a bad thing to attain or try to achieve. It only becomes bad when you get confused in that attainment and that goal bringing some sort of moralistic value to you. That's when it becomes actually quite a sad thing, because it's something that you should have without going outside of yourself and changing your identity. Now, the good things about these alpha males and alpha females is it shows you how your evolutionary process mind that has evolved from thousands of years ago still sort of functions the same way. Only the external stuff is different now. This can give you good tips, like I say. This will build your confidence to get the jobs that you want, to have more confidence in large groups. This, if you learn about alpha male and alpha female, you'll have better success dating. You'll be able to understand sort of games that are played between the male mind and the female mind. It's very clever, it's very intelligent, it's quite a good psychological faculty to learn. But there's also some negative traits that are in there, and it's very hard to explain them without you experiencing it for yourself. You see, there's a psychology out there that exists that tells you to go and get all your dreams and desires, and the way that you do that adds more problems and pain to the situation. Now, I don't think this is good for the psyche, I don't think this is good for your soul, I don't think this is good for your mental and physical health. I think that what you need to do is, first of all, see what you want from whatever you are trying to attain. Really sort of work out a plan on your flaws and your positives in life in general. Now, you have a couple of choices now. You can work on all your negative stuff and expand in that way, or you can just improve on it, something that you're already good at. Either way, you're progressing, and I don't think there's a right or wrong sort of, there's not a wrong or right choice in that matter until your sort of morals and principles change. You see, there's a place where we can all live, where we can be good and kind and thoughtful, and there's a place where you can be too nice, too sensitive, and you're going to get abused. So it's all about this balance, and I think a lot of the alpha male and alpha female videos tend to tell you loads of great tips on how to get this super ego, this super confidence, and what you're actually going to end up being is actually a bit of a dickhead, a bit of a prat, a bit of an unconscious muppet with these great esteem skills that are actually quite false. They're not really, they haven't got any substance behind them. So, like everything, when we say to open a new sort of wavelength of belief, what we're trying to say is it's all about baby steps. It's all about understanding what part of your character needs working on and doing it in a time that's sort of at a pace that you can grow and still keep morals. The morals are crucial, because the morals, you might not have good morals at the moment, and if you get lost into these certain psychological videos out there, you lose them altogether, and you will just want fame. You will actually use the intelligence to actually sort of ride over all of your mistakes, and basically you'll be doing lots of negative stuff for yourself and in relationships that you won't really know are wrong. You'll have the intelligence to defend your actions, and that's not what you want to gain from psychological intelligence. You want to gain a place where you are in perfect balance and harmony with yourself. You really understand, and you open your eyes up to the world, and you realise that that is a strength that can make you create this alpha male with a humbleness, a sort of subtle ability to even pass the baton over in a group of people and give somebody else the power to shine as that alpha, because you see that they've never had it before. And for me, that's true intelligence. That's the true secret of being alpha male and alpha female. And I think that it has a lot to do with morals and values that you only really know about when you slowly grasp all these sort of concepts, and it's just slow. You learn more and more and you expand, and it's not to get lost, because that intelligence can be dangerous in the wrong mind, and it's in the wrong egoic mind, or even people who are claiming to be spiritual and claiming to have found love. Even they are just as lost as a person who's in an egoic mind. So it's just keep hold of just some sort of moral value that you're doing this to be better for yourself and for others around you. And I don't think you can go far wrong with that.